The lads are definitely whipping up my adventurous appetite, and I cannot wait to dive deeper into what's happening and all the magic. And speaking of an appetite, I've built up quite one myself, and this is with regards to the tummy, of course. So now, when it comes to speaking about staples, we've got so many staples in the house, in the kitchen. And of course, when your staples are good, that means your cooking is good too, because you don't need to go to the shop and prepare for anything crazy. But when it comes to whipping up comfortable meals, pantry staples, of course, are going to be your best friend. Now, there's items that are stashed in the back of your pantry for the off-the-cuff cooking style that we always so love, but with a little bit of creativity and, of course, adding games more for less deals, giving South Africans the perfect opportunity to purchase much-loved pantry items at unbeatable prices. And we're going to show that off right now and showing you how to turn a staple like your infamous or famous maize meal into a comforting and filling breakfast pup. And I've got Cami Peplow in the building to show us how it's done. How are you doing, Cami?
I'm good.
Last time I saw you was on TV a while back, and you were doing the same thing, making magic with Danilo, of course.
I tried.
You tried? What do you mean you tried? You slayed, gal.
Tried.
And I'm ready for more of that. We're talking about one of Mzansi's staples, one of our prime. It's sweet, it's sour, you have it as a savory item with braais, with meals, but we're doing breakfast this morning.
We're doing breakfast, and we're going to take this White Star maize meal to the next level. So we're going to do some beautiful caramelized bananas on top, and I'm really excited to get into it.
Yes, Cami's here. We are leveling up. Let's do it. What's happening? What's the first step here?
So the first step here is to get a cup of water and a cup of milk to the boil. I'm going to get you to help me.
Of course, I am here for it. I'm ready to serve thee. And I need to get my pup game up, because as common an item as it is, it's not always easy to try to get those lumps out the way, to get the consistency that you want. You don't want it to be a porridge and a milk. You don't want it to be a block of concrete. So there's always these debatable questions we have, and I'm sure you're going to help me with that, right?
And what we're going to do to combat those lumps is we're actually going to mix a cup of water and a cup of milk with a cup of the maize meal, just to get that lumps out. And then we'll add that mixture that's already kind of a slurry, we'll add that to the boiling mixture, just so that it doesn't have lumps immediately, you know?
That is very smart.
All of those little tips is what's going to help to get the maize meal nice and smooth. So you can maybe get in here and help me out a bit.
Of course, of course. So what do I need to do here?
So we're going to add 1 cup of maize meal to the water and the milk mixture. And what you can do is you can just get that stirred up for us.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm here for it.
I'm good at putting it to work.
Let me grab that this side. Let's still practice our social distancing. And now I'm going to get my stir on over here, right?
Yes, you get that stirred up so that all the lumps are through. And what's really beautiful about maize meal is its versatility. So you can actually use it for sweet things. You can use it for savory things.
Yeah.
Personally, I recently actually made corn dogs with it. So it makes a beautiful batter.
Corn dogs like the puffy stuff
corn
around
dogs.
No way, that's amazing.
Dogs, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that just shows the versatility of maize meal, and that's so amazing, because we can actually use it for so many different applications. And I mean, what's a South African braai without maize meal?
I couldn't disagree with you there. And of course, on top of that, the beauty is now that Games More for Less campaign is obviously aimed at allowing South Africans to purchase much more of these loved pantry items at unbeatable prices, of course. And now the importance, of course, with many South Africans is that when you begin to stock up on your pantry items due to COVID and put these to use towards the end of the month, it really does go a long way, and it helps when it comes to payday too. So
absolutely,
bring it on.
Absolutely. So I'm going to add this slurry into the boiling water and milk mixture, and just give that a stir while I do it, so that no lumps develop.
Okay.
And once it starts simmering, I'm going to just leave it over here on a lower heat to get cooked for about 30 minutes. I've added salt to this because the last thing you want is a bland porridge.
It's dead, there's no life, there's no soul, there's no magic in here.
Absolutely. So to get going on the topping, I'm going to peel 2 bananas and slice them lengthways. Because banana, as you know, is also quite a good breakfast addition.
Yeah,
and
I mean, banana on a flapjack, on a pancake.
Oh, on anything.
On anything, a waffle, and now on pup. It's only fitting, I guess.
I mean, why not? So I'm going to take it and I'm going to slice it lengthways.
Okay.
And then just get that caramelized in the pan.
Is there a reason, or you're just trying to be fancy on us
I'm just
here now
trying to
that
be
we're
fancy.
in the Expresso studio?
Absolutely, just trying to be fancy.
I like that. Thank
Hopefully it works out. So I'm going to cut this up.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to saute it or caramelize it in a pan with some butter.
All right, and
Ooh,
while
this
you're up
one
to that,
smells like-
Mzansi, let me remind you, of course, while you're at it, the More for Less campaign is running at Game until the 31st of March 2021, of course. Now, customers, you all can find the More for Less leaflet on the Game website too, so you're going to make sure you want to head over to that and get your cooking on, because if it's anything to go by from this recipe alone, your pantry essentials are nothing but essential.
Absolutely.
Are we going over there? I see you're popping in the pan?
Yes, so
What's going on?
the caramelized bananas need to be done in the pan.
Caramelizing the bananas, excuse
with a little bit of
me.
cinnamon sugar. Does it get any better?
This is not pup. This is like pup that went to a private school. This is bougie
Yeah,
pup
moet weet.
breakfast. I like it. I like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know what? Breakfast is supposed to be the most staple meal of the day.
Yes.
So why not elevate it a little bit, you know?
One thing I must say also, obviously you guys can get this recipe on expressoshow.com, and if you dig into the recipe even deeper and you go do a little bit of research, you'll see the value of PAP too. It's got some great BCAAs. Those are branch chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, valine. It actually is as important as you say, because it's going to help with that recovery of the body. It's going to help repair some of the muscles as well. A good carb and a good starch too for energy. And of course, it's smelling so good too.
I can't wait. I can't wait to enjoy it. It's really going to be something good. And what you want to do with the pap is stir it constantly, because that will really help the lumps to dissolve. You don't want lumps to form. Especially for a breakfast pap, you want it to be nice and smooth and creamy. And that's also why we add milk. So adding milk just helps to lift it a little bit. It helps it to make it more creamy and actually to make it more delicious. And I'm about that life.
You're about that life, and my ears are just
Yes.
like, my ears, my mouth is everything salivating. Of course, Pammy Piplo is showing us how it's done. And pap, of course, it's a local staple that you can add to every meal. So get down to your nearest Game store to shop these unbeatable More for Less deals until the 31st of March 2021. Or you can order some of the best-selling More for Less packs through Uber Eats. Now, that's available in selected areas, and to stock up your pantry and create a mouth-watering dish. And of course, remember, your store opening hours are from Monday to Friday. That's from 9 to 6 on Saturdays, from 9 to 5, and Sunday and public holidays from 9 to 4. Now, there's one more thing to do once you got your pantry staples, and that's grab a fork and tuck into this magic. Cammy, it's looking good. It's smelling good, of
can't
course.
wait
I see the end result all the way at the end of the table, and I can't thank you enough for educating me on how to make breakfast pap magic.
No problem. And thank you.